Welcome to episode 25 of Humboldt All-Axess. I'm Drew Gwerder, filling in for JB Mathers this week. We have a great show in store for you. Dr. Mike Herbert coming on to talk auction, what his last 2 years have been at Cal Poly Humboldt. Then we have head coach DJ Broome from the men's basketball team coming on to talk about their great season, making the tournament for the first time in a decade. And then 2 school records, 2 track stars coming on the show to close it out. This Humboldt All-Axess. All right, kicking things off here, we have Dr. Mike Herbert, Deputy Athletic Director for Community Partnerships here at Humboldt. Thanks for joining the show.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome.
I'm excited about this. No JB Mathers this week.
No JB. I'm going to do my best JB impersonations today.
It'll be fine. It's like he wasn't even here.
Yeah. So year 2 at the end of this year. You've been here 2 full years.
Yep.
Are you settled? Does it feel like?
No.
I feel like it's been not even 2 years since you've been here.
It's been fast. It goes by really fast. I do not feel settled. I still feel like I'm chasing my tail from time to time, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm having a good time.
So community partnerships, that could be a very broad term. You obviously work a lot with businesses and people in the community, but what are some things that maybe people that don't know what that means, like what are some things you do on a day-to-day basis?
I mean, I think most people, the easiest thing is I'm fundraising, right? I'm selling tickets, I'm selling ads, and the auction is the big thing coming up in April. But the other piece that I really enjoy doing, probably more so, is connecting with youth programs. Volleyball, basketball, wrestling, everybody has done a really good job here of connecting with our youth in the community and getting them out to our games and our sporting events. And that's been one of the most fun things to do. Bring kids to campus, give them a tour around, bring them into the arena, have them watch a game. After the game, they get to meet the team, get to sign autographs. That's probably been the most fun thing that I get to do.
And you probably, that correlates with camps as well in the summer.
100%, 100%. I think the coaches, Angela's been here a couple years now. Soccer has done a better job. Every year they grow their camps, and now we see those kids coming back to our games and being engaged with our games. So we're going to have some great camps again this summer. Volleyball, basketball, soccer are all going to kick off some camps. It's going to be a great summer for our youth.
Awesome. So what are some accomplishments that you feel most proud of your first 2 years here? I mean, a lot of businesses are on board, and camps, like you said, those are rolling. What are some things that you're most proud of outside of that? Maybe working with coaches on a daily basis, or.
I mean, I think the one thing that people told me when I got back here 2 years ago was there's been a disconnect maybe between the community and our coaches and our athletes, and I think that's changed. That's improved. And I'd like to think I had a little bit of part in making that happen and hopefully connecting it. Because I think people need to understand how great our athletes are, but also how great and how hard working our coaching staff is.
Right.
And once people in the community meet them and get engaged with them, I know a lot of them, most of them are very humble and very modest and don't like the spotlight. But I think when people actually get a chance to meet them and engage with them, it really has improved how many people are coming to sporting events and what they're doing with us on a daily basis. So I think that's been one of the most fun things is pushing our coaches to be more engaged out of the community and bringing our community in to actually meet them because it's a great community and we got some great coaches.
Speaking of community, we have a huge event that we do every year, the 40th annual Athletics Auction.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about this year? So maybe some guest speakers, some teasers.
I mean, we have some great items that have already come in.
Okay.
We've got a cold spa that's going to be up for auction. Retails at just over cold spa retails at over $6,000. So if you've heard about the cold plunges that people do, this is a cold spa. So you can have this thing at your house and do a cold plunge anytime you want. It's pretty cool donation. We have some adventures and some places. We've got Giants tickets and things like that. And we have some pretty cool interactions with our teams. So we have some camps that we're going to auction off, but we got golfing with Grant and golfing with Fred and different things like that I think people are going to really enjoy.
Awesome. And then tickets, as far as that goes, you could buy individual tickets, you could buy tables,
You might as well just buy a table.
Might as well
just buy a table. It's $900 for the table. You can go on to HumboldtAthletics.com, buy a table, and then invite your friends. It's $125 per person, but just buy the table and invite some friends. It'll be cheaper for you in the long run.
Awesome.
So yeah, April 11th. It's going to be a really good time.
And then for those maybe who don't know what it is or who have attended in the past and they just like going for the experience, where does their hard-earned money go? It goes directly to scholarships.
Everything to
impacts the
scholarship.
athletes,
Everything
right?
to scholarship.
Yeah.
So it's at Blue Lake. Blue Lake's an incredible partner of ours. They give us the room for free so that we can make as much money as we can on the dinners.
Okay.
But also we hope people come and they buy, they bid on a live or silent auction item. We should have between 10 and 15 live items, which are going to be $2,000 or more, and then we'll have close to 100 silent auction items. It could be anything from earrings from Halayashi to gift cards for restaurants, it really runs a full gamut. We've got wine coming in today that's going to be used in different baskets, and we got a donation of $1,500 worth of makeup the other day. So we'll be spreading that out and sharing it in different things, yeah. Awesome. So a large variety of things in the live and silent auction.
Okay, before I let you go, what would you say to someone who's maybe on the fence about attending, who's kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out? What would you say to convince them to come to this auction and support the athletes?
Well, number one, you're going to get a chance to meet our athletes. They're going to greet you at the door. You're going to be engaged with them. You're going to be engaged with our coaches. Even if you don't like to, bid on things, you're still going to get a good dinner, for your money. You're still going to get part of it as a write-off, and you're going to donate to the department and to our student athlete scholarship fund. And it's just fun. It's April 11th. It's the week after Easter, the Saturday night after Easter, and it's just fun. I told somebody last year, what's your goal? And I said, my goal is just for everybody to have fun. And that's it. It'll be a good time for everybody.
Can you announce or tease anything that might be announced at the auction? Or is it a little too early for some
It's
stuff?
maybe a little too early. I mean,
okay.
we have a lot of
Stay
great
tuned.
items that we're gonna announce. Most people know that we've had some coaching changes,
Okay.
and we're working on some coaching changes. That potentially is probably what you're kind of alluding to a little bit. We might be able to announce stuff like that. And we also have an event coming back in August.
That's where I was going with
Yeah, we have an event coming back in August that we haven't done for a long time. So if you love to chip around the greens, you might be ready for a new event, a new old event that used to be a staple every year in Humboldt Athletics that's going to be coming back in August. And we'll be sharing a little more about that at the auction.
Okay, well, get your tickets, HumboldtAthletics.com, and thank you, Dr. Herbert, for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you.
All right.
All right, back after this. All right, joined with head men's basketball coach DJ Broome. Coach, season is wrapped up now. You made it to the West Regional Tournament. Talk about kind of that experience, what it was like going back home, playing in Hayward there at Cal State East Bay, and playing against a team that last night they won the whole West Region. So what's that kind of like for you, and what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, to be in season one and play in the NCAA tournament, basically at home. I mean, I grew up 5-10 minutes away from Cal State East Bay. So a lot of family and friends in the building. Huge for our program to be back there after a decade and way too long of an absence, and obviously end up falling to a really good team, and they continue to prove that, like you said, and just finishing off last night and winning a game in the Sweet 16 and winning the regional to advance to the Elite Eight. So definitely nothing to be ashamed of for our guys. And you hope this experience kind of propels us and gets some momentum going into next year, and we'll see what we can do.
Talk about how, I know it's such a huge deal, like with all the movement and the preseason rankings, but you were picked 8th this year, headed into the season. Got here, put a team together, 3rd place finish in conference, made it to the conference title game, made it to the West Regional Tournament for the first time in over a decade. Just kind of talk about like that ride for you in year one, and was it what you expected? Was it harder? Was it easier? We'll talk about.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first thing that I did really well was I hired well. Having Stevie and KJ throughout this season and this deal, and kind of the build was huge. 2 really good coaches. Obviously, KJ knowing the ins and outs of this program and having had the ultimate success. So it was big time. And then CV's, I knew it coming in, and he proved it to just be one of the best young assistants in college basketball. So I had great help. We had a talented group. My standard and expectations never really aligned with the 8th place finish and some of those things. How I view this program and this job and this community doesn't change. So obviously, used to having success from when I was putting that jersey on, and that's what I expected going into the coaching realm as well.
Awesome. And another little fun fact here, we were talking off camera about this, but you becoming the 5th head coach in the West region in their first season to reach the NCAA tournament. What do you think allowed you and your staff to kind of have that immediate impact? I know you spoke to it a little bit already, but I mean that's a huge accomplishment coming in your first season, making the big dance.
I think a lot of it is confidence and kind of a high demand. I coach our guys really hard. I expect and demand a lot from them, and they were a talented group, and they bought in and really grew throughout the season. I think that was the hardest part, is so many new faces coming together and figuring it out. So the more time we spent together, the more time and practices we had, you really started to see the group gel, and ultimately, that's what put us in position to make a run in the conference tournament and finish strong, and ultimately make the NCAA tournament. So it's a big deal, and you're still like sitting back processing it all, and as you wrap up the season. But really proud of our guys and our group.
Yeah. You kind of, like you said, still back processing kind of how the season finished up, and we've touched on it a little bit so far, but when you reflect on year one at Humboldt, if you could tell us bullet point, maybe one line or what it means to you, kind of what is your overall reflection of the season? What are you most proud of this year?
I think just the standard of our program. I think, alumni are back. Alumni are bought in. The fans have some hope and some light. There's some excitement and buzz around the program. So to me, that was the goal in year one, is to get things back to trending in the right direction of where I believe they should be. And I think we accomplished that.
Awesome. And then kind of now you're heading into off season. Give us a little preview of, I know it's still very early, season just wrapped up, but what does, the roster look like for next year? Is it something that you're going to go out? A lot of recruiting going on, obviously, especially with the way college athletics is today, but is there something you could kind of give us a preview, very early preview of what the program might look like next year?
Yeah,
year two?
We're still on the early end of things. Obviously, the tournament ended and we're straight to spring break, so a lot of the guys are out of town and back home. So we'll have meetings starting Monday and see where guys are at as far as their plans for next year. Obviously, movement is a part of this deal now, so you're confident that we will retain a core that is really competitive, and then we'll build around that group, kind of how we approached it in this offseason. So there'll be familiar faces back. There'll be guys that played a lot back, which is always really encouraging. And like I said, we'll have a good starting point to build off, and plan on being very competitive and raising the bar again next year for kind of what we set this year.
Awesome. Well, looking forward to year two with DJ Broome. Thank you for coming on the show today. Appreciate your time.
Appreciate you.
All right. All right, pleasure to be joined by shot put Joseph Gonzalez of the track and field team. Thanks for coming on today.
My pleasure.
So, a lot of big news coming out from you recently, breaking the school record in the shot put. Congratulations on that, by the way. So, 33-year-old school record in the shot put through 53 feet, 7 3/4 inches.
Yes, sir.
Walk us through that experience.
Oh, man. It was kind of surreal. I don't know, going into Turlock, this whole season, my training's kind of been all over the place. I started the season kind of out of whack, not really in my rhythm. Indoor was a little off. I've been struggling with some little injuries here and there. So I wasn't really sure what to expect going into outdoor, but when we got to Turlock, it was warm. I was excited to throw. I hadn't been super excited to throw like that in a long time, so it was something that really got me motivated to get going. My comp actually didn't start out too great. I opened up with like a 1560, which isn't amazing. My first 2 throws were around that. And then my third one, I think, no. My third one was also a foul. And then my fourth one going into finals, it was like a little fresh start. Confidence was built. I hit a 1634, which I think was just under the school record. And then my next throw was 1635, which broke it by, I think, 1/4 of an inch.
So when did you find out that you broke the record? Did someone come and tell you? Was it kind of in the back of your mind because you knew you've been close with these marks so many times?
I knew it was close. I knew it was right around that 34, 36 area, so I wasn't quite sure. I'm glad I didn't end at 1634 because I would have been just under it. So I'm really happy I got it, that extra centimeter. So yeah, I found out for sure after BJ told me, my coach.
And previous record holder, Rodney Dickerson, he football player, track star here for Humboldt. He called you after.
Yes.
What was that like? Was it a tip of the cap, like congratulations, or what would it?
Yeah,
walk us through that a little
yeah. It was like, he's a cool guy, amazing. I love Rodney, man. He was just giving me all the props and praise for it. He was excited about it. I really appreciated it. I got to talk to him last year when we went down to LA, and he was telling me, you know, if I break that record, I can get a little steak dinner, and I was super hype about it. Yeah.
Just
so
one steak?
just I mean, I don't know, 2, 3, probably be fine with Rodney.
So behind the scenes, kind of walk us through like what goes into refining your skills as a thrower. Like what goes on in practice with BJ? Is it something is it very technical, technique based? Is it strength? Is it a combination? Just kind of walk us through like what a day in the life is trying to refine your skills to throw as far as you can.
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely a combination of the two. It's a lot of weight room, a lot of technical work. Throwing's really weird. It's one of those things where it's up, down, all week until the day of comp where you just hope you're at that little peak. So, yeah, practices usually look super technical for us. We're not super focused on distance.
Okay.
We know that that's going to come with the positions that we hit in practice. So, yeah, in practice, we're super focused on hitting the right positions, making sure our bodies are in the right spots. And then when it comes to weight room, we're just refining our strength. We're not going too crazy right now because we're in season.
Gotcha. So someone who's a local kid, Eureka, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So walk me through kind of what that means to accomplish something like this, being from the area, growing up here, you know, I assume doing track in high school and kind of wanting to maybe come to Humboldt. Was that something also, side question, that was on your mind, like local kid wanting to come to Humboldt, or is it something that just kind of panned out that way?
Yeah, it kind of just panned out that way. Track wasn't something I was really looking to do after high school. Until I got to my senior year, I had some decent marks. I was recruited. Initially, I was going to play football at CR, but I wasn't too into it, so I decided to come here and do track, and that's how I ended up here.
Okay. So what does a day in a life look like for you outside of track? You know, behind the scenes, not practicing, not lifting weights, not on the road. What is, are you dorm? Are you commuting from home?
Yeah, I'm at home. I'm at home. I'm
so
home with my mom.
What's it look like? You got good home cooking?
Amazing. My mom's the best cook ever. So I get great meals. You know, I feel selfish sometimes talking about it, but like I do. I love living at home. I love being close to my family.
Yeah.
A typical day for me, like a weekend, if we get back usually Saturday night, early Sunday morning, like 1 a.m.
Okay.
I'll stay asleep for as long as I can, and then I'll just wake up, clean up my room, do some chores, maybe some homework, and then I play video games like, quite a bit.
Favorite video game?
Oh my gosh, I've been playing a lot of Fallout 4 recently.
Fallout 4.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I love it.
So as we kind of close up, you were in All-West region for indoor. You did set the school record. You were CCA Athlete of the Week last week. You know, what are some goals that you have for yourself going into the rest of the season? You know, conference championships and beyond that, maybe.
Yeah, I definitely want to hit the provisional mark for shot put, which is like 1665. It doesn't necessarily mean you'll get into nationals, but that is like a goal of mine. Obviously, conference champion for shot put at least. I want a podium for discus as well. It's not my main event, but it's something that I do enjoy. Yeah, I'd say those are the big ones. Conference champion. It's like on my mind every day.
Last question for you.
Yes, sir.
One sentence summary, the moment you found out you broke the record, what did it feel like to you? One sentence.
Man, I'd say I was just relieved. Relieved, yeah.
Awesome.
It was a weight off my shoulders.
Awesome. Well, there you have it, Joseph Gonzalez. Thank you for coming on, and best of luck the rest of the day.
Thank you.
Am I supposed to look at you or at the camera?
Both. We'll just kind of normal conversation, kind of like talk to me, but also kind of just look up.
Look over there sometimes. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Last but not least, I'm joined with Isabel Perez-Zoghbi.
Zoghbi.
Gosh, dang it. Okay. My mind went blank. Okay. Last but not least, I'm joined here with Isabel Perez-Zoghbi of the track and field team, also cross-country team, and indoor sensation, outdoor sensation. Congratulations, first of all, on the All-American status this past week in Virginia. Walk us through the race, and what event was it? It was 800, correct? So walk us through what your preparation was like for that, and kind of when you got that All-American status and you finished third, what that feeling was like for you.
Yeah, the finals was honestly a lot less nerve-wracking than the prelim. I was most worried about getting into the final. Okay. So once I got there, I felt like the pressure was gone. I was like, okay, now I can just race.
In prelim day, you had the second fastest time. Is that correct?
Yes, yeah, because I got seated in the heat with the Adams State girl, which is the fastest girl. She was the one that won the meet.
Okay.
And so she kind of took it out and was trying to control the race, and I had to top two our automatic qualifiers into finals. So the plan was basically just make sure that I'm in that second place position. Okay. And there was a girl that behind me that she ended up getting fifth, and she qualified by time. But yeah, she was definitely vying for that second spot, and I had to kind of try to run away from her.
Right.
And
so that's got to be interesting. Like, as the race is progressing, you just have to be top two. Is that something where you kind of know, like, oh, I'm in second, I can save some for tomorrow in the final? Or is that something where no matter what, you want to put out your best time? Like, what's the strategy going into that kind of prelim race, setting yourself up for the final race?
Yeah, definitely the goal is to save as much energy as you can.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%. The less energy you can spend in prelim going into finals, the better you're going to do in finals, right? So it's really all about making sure you secure your spot into the final and kind of keeping as fresh legs as you can, because the 800's a really taxing race. Yeah. So it is hard to run it back to back, especially running like if you're going all out on one day and then you have to go all out again the next day.
What's the biggest difference from the 800 from indoor to outdoor? Obviously, besides being indoor and outdoor. Outdoor, it's 2 laps and it's flat, but when I was watching, it looked like it was maybe a slanted and more laps. So can you explain the difference of what the 800 looks like?
So the 800 indoor, we had a 200 meter track. Okay. And it was a 200 meter bank track, so it's like a race car. Okay. It's like on the curves, it's slanted, and it's 4-lap race. Honestly, I think it makes it a little bit. It's like about the same, honestly, but it is a lot more important to be in the position that you want to be, because it's a lot harder to pass people. So in my prelim, I got out a little too slow. I was like on the outside and I couldn't see the people that were starting on the inside. Okay. And I got out too slow because I always get out too fast. So my coach was like, don't get out too fast, don't get out too fast. And then I got out too slow. I ended up like coming in and I was in like second to last place going into the second lap, and I was like, oh great, now I have to pass all these people.
And you did.
And I did, but it definitely, I was like running in lane 2 and lane 3 for a lot of the prelim because I didn't secure my position at the beginning of the race.
Gotcha. Can you talk about like the mental preparation as much as the physical preparation? So obviously there's a lot of strategy that goes into it. What did it look like leading up to nationals? I know we kind of touched on like, oh yeah, just finish top 2 and save some going into the next day, but starting on the outside like that and having to maybe start slower or faster, like, I guess what's the biggest difference for, a rookie who may not know the difference between indoor and outdoor track and like the preparation that goes into it mentally?
I think that really like the preparation is mostly learning the paces that I can handle, and learning how to race against other girls. I think the difficult part about being here is that we don't we don't necessarily go to a lot of meets with a lot of girls that are my speed. So I don't actually end up racing a lot of people. I end up racing like by myself a lot.
Right.
Or maybe with one other person, but not like
Which
in a
can be
whole
tough.
pack of
Right.
people.
Yeah.
So it's just a different experience, right? So in Michigan, which was our previous indoor
Right.
meet, my coach had me race the mile, and he forced me to stay with the pack.
Which you got a
And-
Provo mark for that as well.
Yes, and I
correct?
ended up qualifying, and I
Yeah.
had to run the mile. But yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, I had to. He had me run with the pack and learn how to like fight for my position, stay where I want to be, because, especially again on the indoor track, it's way more important where you are, because the turns come quicker. There's less time to pass people. And it's just a lot harder to pass people.
Right.
So it's really all about making sure you're in the right spot and learning how to adjust in the race, learning when to go, when not to go, when is it important to speed up to not let someone pass you,
Right.
or when is it okay to kind of stay more relaxed and stuff like that.
Gotcha. Well, we are out of time. Thank you for coming on and talking to us a little bit. Congratulations on
Thank you.
getting All-American status on the indoor, and we look forward to the outdoor. Hopefully get to have you on again soon.
Yes, sounds great.
Thank you.